Welcome back to BaldHeaded Metal, guys, and welcome back to another review, this time around for Evil Invaders, their new album Shattering Reflections. Now, if you don't know who this band is, it's a Belgian band, and they're bringing back that speed metal, thrash metal of the 80s, and even new wave of British heavy metal and traditional metal sound like Judas Priest, or somebody like Halloween, Metal Church, Primal Fear, the bands that it kind of reminds me of automatically. And especially with Joe, their vocalist, he was really personifying that Motorhead look with those sideburns, and Rob Halford's vocals automatically in the songs. And even their songwriting, what Max and Joe do on the guitars, is just absolutely killer. The whole album, the 10 songs, were really fucking good. When I first got introduced to this band by you guys asking me to do a reaction for Sledgehammer Justice, I checked it out and immediately was just kind of got what this band was doing, is tapping into that Spinal Tap 80s over-the-top vibe with their music videos. It's going for that classic sound in their album, so much so if it came out in the 80s, I wouldn't even know the difference. It just sounded like a well-produced 80s album. And I actually couldn't wait to hear the new album, so I jumped into their previous album Feed Me Violence, and I gotta say, I really fucking love that album. So much so, I'm gonna be diving into the whole discography. But when I heard this new album, oh my god, is it good. There's not a bad second on this album. It's relentless, it's fast, it's heavy, it gives you all the feels of something like Painkiller in the best possible way. It really, I always talk about bands not having an impact, like a newer bands might be very technical now and really good, but like they don't have that unrefined raw edge to their music. What I feel like Evil Invaders does, and it's just fast and relentless. But my favorite song in the album, like, you know, there's songs like Hissing in the Crescendo, killer. Die For Me, their new single coming out, killer. Like everything, Sledgehammer Justice, killer. But when I got to the song Forgotten Memories, which is a slower song, the main riff and the main chorus line, I've been addicted to the song, just listening to it back and forth, and it's only like slightly over 3 minutes, and it just brings you back to those really epic 80s almost anthems, or just really epic songs we don't get very much of anymore in heavy metal, in my personal opinion, and to that, at least to that extent. So when I heard it, it just blew my face away. Anybody who was into this genre of heavy metal, being like I said, traditional, new wave of British heavy metal, thrash metal, speed metal, if you're into those genres, I absolutely do not see you not liking this album. There's no way. There's no way you're not gonna like this. It's just that good. The songwriting is creative. They have interesting riffs. They have good drum lines. They have good bass lines. They have a really good production where it doesn't sound overproduced, and it has that 80s kind of feel to the music. It almost sounds like I was listening to Rust in Peace in some ways with their production. So Evil Invaders are really capturing my attention with everything that they're doing, and it's a very thought out process in their music that I am so for. And I've become, I would say, a very big fan of this band very, very quickly. I really enjoy Joe's vocals, even if he's mirroring Rob Halford and perhaps never reaches the same heights as Rob Halford. He has his own personality in music, and the music in general, okay, might not get to the crazy technical levels of something like Painkiller, which is, again, it's such a high bar to set. They really step into their own comfortable realm where they are paying homage to all these bands that they grew up with and love, but they're also the perfect example of a band where, okay, we took an old sound, not a new sound, we took an old sound that everybody knows and everybody loves, we want to bring it back, we're going to bring it back in our own way, and we're going to show the love for the music in our own way, and it shines through. It shines through absolutely, and so much so, I reviewed another album this week, which was Abbott's Dread Reaver, and I was slightly disappointed by the album. And it happened, so this is the kind of thing I was looking for, that oomph in the music that I was hoping to hear, the addictiveness in the music that I hope to hear. And I was really happy to hear that from this band and to see new bands doing it that well. When I say new bands, I mean relatively new bands, and you know, they've been around for 3 or 4 albums, I think, at this point. I'm gonna leave it on that. There's not much else for me to say. It's just, anybody who's into this genre of music, it's better than their past album. And I haven't gotten too deeper into the discography, which I will, but I have a feeling it's better than those as well. It just seems like such a mature record from this band. And that's, again, just my personal opinion, the feelings that I'm getting. And that's how I usually review. I don't review based on pure logic or try to break down guitar riffs or something like that. It's just the feeling that it gives me, and it gave me the feeling I was looking for in heavy metal that so often that I don't get. I might enjoy something on an intellectual level, but to get this emotional reaction from me, it's a rare thing to do. And I feel like Evil Invaders with their Shattering Reflections did. I would be so happy to interview this band and to get their thoughts and kind of and ideas behind them creating these albums and this particular album in general. Guys, make sure to also enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe out there, and most of all, keep it metal, and let me know your thoughts on this album when it comes out this Friday. Guys, take care of yourselves.